Monday the 26th of September, and it's the start of another work week. And I thought I'd start the week by just taking a quick look at where we are in terms of item count in the store. So we're right on the verge of 500,000 at 497,069 items, and we've just dipped under the 11,000 lot counts with 10,993. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to get into the store this week. My target is to get about 10,000 a day in, so I'm hopeful that I might be able to hit 550 by the end of the week, but we'll see how that goes. And of course that's going to depend on orders and how busy they're going to keep me. So let's take a quick look at what orders we've got in today. So we've only got 7 orders on Bricklink. So Bricklink much quieter than last week when we got 20 orders, though that was over the extended weekend because of the Queen's funeral. And then on Brick Owl, which you'll remember was much quieter last week, is actually busier this week with 10. So I guess it balances out overall, but again, you know, always odd how the two platforms sort of seesaw for which one gets the most orders. Now you've probably see that some of these are already processed. I did spend an hour or so last night just picking some orders, trying to get a head start that I didn't record, but that means you know, we've already a good way through the orders. Now we did also get 9 orders on eBay, which is quite good for me at the moment, because I haven't been putting any effort into eBay. I haven't been adding any things lately, so I was quite pleased with that bit of movement. All minifigures or minifigure related, no sealed sets. But anyway, let's get cracking and get on with the remainder of the orders that I need to pick, and we'll take a look at what they are. So I managed to get all of today's orders picked in one batch, and we'll just have a quick look. Mostly minifigure related, to be honest. Tons and tons of minifigure related orders, several from eBay, including one for 7 of these AIM agents, and more minifigure parts going out there. Another minifig part order, another one which is a buildable Minecraft figure, and another Minecraft figure as well. Largest order of the day, and this is probably my favorite, is this order for lots and lots of pink and lilac and white parts. And it's my favorite because these are all of the colors that don't typically sell well, so to get a good value order for those parts is really good. More little parts orders, more minifig related orders going out there, more minifigure parts, and the same with these, more minifigures, few parts in there as well, lots of animals and things with that one, and more minifigures and more minifigure parts and more minifigure parts. So minifigures are moving really well. Parts orders not so much, apart from one order that we've got up there for orange parts, presumably due to the time of year, but we're gonna get these all packed away, ready to get to the post office, which as I've said many times, for me on a Monday closes at 12 lunchtime, so I need to get them there. And then I'm probably going to try and list a few things on eBay. Given the time of year, I've got a few Halloween and Thanksgiving related things, and then we've got a few things over here, including a mariachi band, and a few other, autumn related things that will hopefully move this time of year. But anyway, going to get cracking, get these packed away, and we can move on to getting some more stuff listing. So all the orders are posted now, everything's gone off to the post office, and it's time to get cracking with some more listing. And I think being the start of the week, I'm not going to be too picky about what it is I'm actually listing. And I've got a row of drawers here that have got nothing, super exciting in them. And I just think that I probably would be a good opportunity to get these cleared and listed. So that's what I'm going to be tackling next. So I pulled out the next drawer to be done, which was a drawer full of arches. And as often happens when I'm doing this, one drawer leads to two drawers, leads to three drawers. So three drawers here of various arches and, these kind of arches as well, and other sort of curved slopes in there as well. So need to get these all sorted and put away. I don't think any of them, well, there are the white ones here. These white arches actually go across two different drawers, so those will be condensed down, as I'm sure will some of the others, but we'll get them sorted and organized, and of course counted, and get them added to the Brickstock file for today, ready for upload. So just finishing up for the day with the last couple of drawers that I've managed to do here. Here we've got a drawer full of 2x8 plates, all sorted. These were originally in a drawer that didn't have the organizer, and everything was in bags. And I just think that, having them in the organizers is just so much cleaner and so much easier to pick. Although I have been known to put things in bags as well. As you can see here, we've got three of these, so I've just put them in a bag in here as well with these wedges. And I think I managed to, in the end, clear this entire column of drawers, which is really nice to see. So I can think about getting all of those labels off that column now. And then this green drawer was another from one of the columns over here. So not too many left in here, just the one there to do in this column, and one down at the bottom there. And then we're starting to get through an awful lot of these, 3 or 4 in there, a couple here, and then still probably 10 or 12 drawers to do in this row here, or this section. So still a fair few to do. But I have been doing them at random from within this section and over here as well. So a lot of what you see here might also be empty drawers, although nothing has been put back here organized yet, either in this location or here, because what I'm trying to do is fill all of this section with organized drawers. And then I'm not sure how I'm going to divide these others up just yet. I was thinking about putting the minifigs and maybe the used under here. So that might be what I do there, and then this be another section for new. But remember that I'm still intending having 3 more columns of drawers over there, and in fact still got a lot of full drawers to bring back from the container yet. So still plenty to do, and we all know or knew this is going to be a long project, and that's exactly how it's proving. Also haven't gotten to emptying this orange container out yet, and there is another 18 of those, I think, at the container to do. So tons and tons to do. Only managed to get 3,000 parts done today, so that's what was in those drawers that I've organised. They were all typically larger parts, you know, not the small sort of dots or one by plates, one by tiles, those kind of things that added such good volume last week, but still all good quantity to add to the store. So as I was saying earlier, we've got 3,131 items to add to the store, which I have just done. And that has meant that our store total has now risen to 500,000, just over 500,022 items and 11,023 lots. So broken a couple of barriers there with the 500,000 and the 11,000 lots. So I'm really well pleased with that. And it's worth keeping in mind as well that with the brick pickers file, we've still got 413, nearly 414,000 parts to add, and those are just the ones that are categorized. Remember, there was an awful lot of other parts and sets, etc., that needed to be parted out and added to the store, and 7,742 lots. Keep in mind that a lot of those lots, the new ones, may well match up with new lots that I've got in my own store, but also keep in mind that all I've been adding is new parts. When I get to the used stuff, almost all of it, at least 90% of it, is going to be new lots to the store. So exciting times, and those numbers are going to continue to rise. It's Tuesday the 27th of September, and we just got a little message in from someone who's placed an order saying, I hope this gets on YouTube. I love watching your videos all the time, and I was wondering if you were going to sell the orange and black 44 draw units, as I use them for my Lego collection. Thanks. Thanks for the comment. I will be selling the orange and black organizers once I've got them emptied, but I've no idea when that will be, because obviously they're going to take a little while to get to. I'm focused on the rainbow drawers at the moment. They will probably be next after that, so maybe not too far in the future. The only issue with them would be shipping, so I'm probably going to be looking for someone to pick them up, possibly, and I have already had some people ask about them, so we'll try and go in order of people reaching out, but we'll see how that goes. Let's take a look at what orders we've got for today. We have got 5 on Bricklink, all fairly small orders. We've got, let me have a look, we've just got the 1 on Bricklink, and we've just gotten 1 on eBay. So these aren't going to take long to pick, and then I'm going to get cracking with adding more items to the store. Today's orders so far, and all pretty modest orders, as I said earlier. Little Minecraft polybag going out there. All minifig items here. Interestingly, I have sold my first 100 black axes, so we've now only got something like 28,900 left, so you better get them quick. And more parts there, and again more minifig items, etc. So nice easy picking morning. Gonna get cracking again with some more uploads, and need to go and find a suitable drawer to pull out and work on. So I've just started working on putting some more parts into the store, and I'm starting by adding this drawer of jumper plates, and just about halfway through sorting these out. This is actually the drawer that I'm transferring from, and then I'm going to be moving them over to this particular drawer here. Haven't decided what drawer location that's going to be yet, because again, the beauty of these inserts is they can just be picked up and dropped into any drawer. So I'll just come along, I'll find an empty drawer somewhere. I'm not quite sure where yet, but there are empty drawers in here somewhere, and there we go. And it'll just drop into one of these drawers. Now, looking at the Brick Pickers file, they have just over 4,500 of these, so that's going to be a nice increase to the inventory as well. And of course, I'll be merging my stock from the various locations in the room here to be merged with these, and that's going to free up even more drawers. Now, just a quick scan along, and you can see these drawers where I leave them out. These are all where I've made room, and you can't see quite as easily in this space, but maybe you can see here, you know, in this column, all of the drawers that are missing the white label. That's because they're all turned around and reversed. So there's tons of space in this section as well to be adding more inventory as well. So people who wondered at the start of this process how I was going to fit 600,000 parts or more into this room might be getting an idea that it's not going to be as much of a challenge as you might have thought. At least I don't think so, because I haven't even started to use these drawers either yet. So tons and tons of space, lots of empty drawers now as well in the stacks under here. I think lots of these empty, or nearly empty. That one's obviously had a little bit of a tumble, but yeah, lots more empty drawers to be utilised. So lots and lots of room still to fill in the store. So here is the finished drawer with the jumper plates in, and I've put this now into ZD059, which was an empty drawer that was just located in this stack. Looking really nice and neat now, and just a few colours in bags, just because we didn't have quite enough compartments for all of the colours that we've got, but nice to have them all together. We've managed to pick up a few more orders today, which is always good. So on top of the ones that are packed, we already had one early this morning that I didn't show, and another 4 coming in now, 1 on eBay and 3 through Bricklink. So always good to get extras, an extra 5 to the start of the morning. Can't remember what I had exactly. I probably had 6 or so, so up to about 11 for the day, which isn't too bad. Just pulled out the most recent drawer that I'm going to be tackling now, which are these cones, and just getting the brick store file ready for that. I've got to pop out on a quick errand, and then I'll crack on with this after lunch and get these added to the store as well. Let's just have a very quick look at the brick store file just to see what this should add. Should add another 7,800 parts to the store. So that'll take us to about 12,000 for the day, which would be good going, and still plenty of time to find some more things to add as well. So I got all of the cones sorted and put away, and that left me with a total of about 9,700 actually for today. And I've decided to just do something a little bit different just for a break, and that is to sort and put these used hair pieces away. So we had a drawer full of these all nicely bagged up with part numbers, so very easy to identify and locate in the Brickpickers file. And then I'm just getting them put away into my organizers. These are actually the organizers that I freed up from the dots that I listed earlier in the week, and they will match in with my other used minifig organizers that I've got there. So I still need to get the box actually labeled up, but that's not a problem. I'll do that at the end when I've got these listed. Probably all not going to fit into this one, so we're probably going to need another organizer as well. And what I do sort of tactically is just mix up the parts a little by color that are in each of the locations here, so that it's not too easy to get mixed up with things. We've got some pieces that are in real good quantities, like Emmett's hairpiece here and Wild Style, and lots of Friends stuff in good quantity as well. And just a case of working through them all and getting everything listed, but this should add more lots to the store and a bit of value as well. It's Wednesday the 28th of September, and I didn't actually manage to get yesterday's brick store file uploaded, mostly due to the fact that I didn't get a chance to price it up. So the price that you see here, 611, is not going to be the final price. There are just over 10,000 items, which was the target I was going for. And that's just in 178 lots. And the bulk of that is in jumper plates and in cones. But then I did list a drawer full of hair pieces, and these can be much more valuable. And so, you know, there's just tons and tons of hair pieces here that got added to the store, and I ended up putting those into these organizers, and they work out pretty well. And I've still got space in here to add more used parts. And I think next up is going to be headgear and helmets, which may even come today, so those will get filled up. So I need to get this priced up and uploaded today, but before I do that, I need to get to through today's orders. And today we've got 9 on Bricklink, though I am waiting for a fairly large order to be paid, which was for about £140 worth. And then we've got 2 on Brick Owl, a decent one again there. And have we got anything at all on eBay? I don't think we do. Nothing on eBay, which is not that surprising. So 13 to get picked and packed, and then I can get back to adding more items to the store. Orders are all now picked and ready for packing, and you know, fairly modest orders, but again, lots of minifigures going out. So Hercules and Nick Fury, Newt Scamander. We got another Pirates of the Caribbean minifigure going out there for 14 quid, nice one. Some of the round plates that we've listed have gone. And then over here, we've got biggest order of the day, I think 39 minifigures for about £145, going off to Belgium. And interestingly, this one I think is going to someone who runs the minifigures.world website, and they seem to be specializing in putting up a repository of photographs of the minifigures. So it's nice to know that a lot of these are going to get well photographed and put on the website, so that should be cool. Another minifig related order here for the UK, about £65 worth. and more parts there and here. So gonna get these all packed away, and then we're gonna crack on with more uploading to the store. Gonna try and get a lot of these labels cleaned up today, maybe. I think my wife's gonna help me with that. So we'll see how they look when we're finished. Just picked up another order, which is a parts order for 119 lots. So a reasonable order at about 50 something pounds. And it hasn't been a bad day today, to be quite honest, with the number of orders and the value of them. So whether that's related to, you know, around payday and, you know, getting to the end of the month and everyone's received the pay, or whether it's people getting orders in before the strikes, because there are postage strikes on Friday and Saturday. So maybe people are getting the orders in earlier this week so that they can get them delivered tomorrow, which is Thursday, which would be the last day for delivery before next Monday. So sounds a bit complicated, I know, but that could be the reason for the little bit of a surge. Either way, I'm very happy to receive the orders. 29th of September, and it is Thursday, and it's the last day for Royal Mail Post for this week. The next mail will not be able to be sent until next Monday, with Friday and Saturday being closed due to strike action. So 4 orders this morning, and all parts related, whereas it's been minifigures the rest of the week. Couple of reasonable orders. This one I've had to pick in order to quote for shipping. This one's actually going to the US, and I wasn't sure, you know, weight wise and size wise how this was going to work out, so I need to get this packed up and then I'll quote the shipping. I never normally do that. I always tend to quote the shipping in advance of picking it, and there is some risk in that. If things end up weighing a bit more than you anticipate, it can end up putting you out of pocket, but I'm usually pretty good with it. But this one I didn't want to take the chance on. The others, as I said, are just parts orders, so I'm going to get those packed up as well and ready for the post today. Now, on top of doing the orders today, I've already sorted a tray this morning. This is jumper plates, 2x2 jumper plates. And the reason I've done this morning is because I was actually picking my orders using the iPad, and I'd forgotten to charge it and it ran out of power, so I stopped picking halfway through and ended up doing a draw. Unfortunately, the iPad I've got doesn't hold its charge very well, so it can sort of deplete quite quickly, but it's pretty quick to charge, so it's not the end of the world. Now, I did do a couple of other draws yesterday that I didn't show you. They were really kind of just bulk parts, and I ended up only uploading something like 2,500 parts yesterday. Now today, with these jumper tiles, they are actually 2,500 of those to upload, and I am hoping to get another draw or two added to this today, although I've got a short day today because I've got to do a hospital run for some relatives. So anyway, that's it for now. I will come back later and let you know what we've managed to get uploaded. It's Friday the 30th September, and just looking at today's orders, we've had 5 in on Bricklink today so far, and we have had another 4 on Brickowl, and also just 1 order on eBay. Now let's just take a quick look at orders though, because I have already picked the orders and I've got them ready to pack. And you know, I didn't need to pick these really today, because with the postage strikes, they're not going to be able to be posted until Monday. But I took the decision really that I wanted to keep on top of orders as they come in, so as to not overload myself on Monday with the short opening hours for postage then. So here we go with a quick pass over. Few, again, lots of minifig related things again today. But then we've got this order for 364 of these 1x2 dark azure bricks. We've got an order on eBay from actually a subscriber of the channel. Found us on eBay and I've made a nice little purchase from us there. And then one order that isn't covered in the orders that I just showed you is this. It's another order from the US. I had a very similar one yesterday that was over 100 lots, and this one is 140 lots. And again, like yesterday, I've decided to pick it so that I can more accurately weight and get back to them with the shipping price and with the invoice. Still got one order that I haven't picked, which is a 77 lot order that's come in. Another order here with a minifigure. Now, it's not been the most productive couple of days. I did get the jumper tiles done yesterday that I showed, and as well as that, I have got this drawer of cheese slopes all ready and all ready to upload. Now, I say ready to upload because they're not actually uploaded just yet. They are in the Brickstore file here with the jumper plate and the cheese slopes, and that's going to give me another 6,500, but not made the progress that I'd hoped to on the uploads this week, because I've had a couple of short days. I had to take some family to a hospital appointment yesterday, and then we had a drama last night that I won't go into, but resulted in an ambulance being called for a family member and them going to hospital last night. And thankfully they're out again today, so no major panic, but I've spent some time going collecting them again from hospital today. Got a few hours left in the day, so I'm gonna press on and see what else I can get uploaded. I did think about going over to the container, but just the weather is not great, so not ideal for going there. So I need to think about what I'm going to do next. I've got this box of eBay stuff to go up, or that was eBay stuff for brick pickers rather. I'm not sure whether it's going to be eBay or Bricklink for me. So I don't know whether to do that or just concentrate on more drawers. Still got drawers of Lego here to be uploaded. We've got parts, or we've got some used things. These are all helmets and headgear, and lots more drawers here. An empty one there. But all these still to be uploaded and counted, etc. So still lots and lots to do. So anyway, I'm going to get these few orders packed up, get them put to one side and crack on. Now, I just want to give a shout out really to eBay customer services. I historically don't have many cases raised against me as a seller. The biggest issue that I see is people's claims that their parcels have gone missing, have not arrived in the post, etc. And this is in relation to one such case recently where somebody bought a couple of minifigures off me. It was right around the time of the first batch of strikes, and they indicated that they'd not received the parcel, and they raised the case quite quickly, really, in terms of delivery times. And so I reached out to them via the case and explained, you know, that there could be a delay because of the strike action from the postal service, and to please be patient. And you know, I subsequently followed up with them several times, never got a response from them, by the way. And so I followed up several times before the case was due to be automatically closed, and I said, effectively, you know, any news? Did you get the parcel? Please update me, etc., etc. And then just before the case was due to time out, I reached out again and said, please let me know if you received this. I'd really like to refund you if you didn't receive it, but you know, just please let me know one way or the other. And again, the person never came back to me. So they raised the case, never ever bothered coming back. I presume because it actually turned up, but that's just, you know, my gut feeling. But eBay have actually upheld the case in my favor, even though the customer claimed that the parcel was lost and I couldn't provide any tracking information because I sent second-class post, which doesn't go with any tracking. So I thought I'd use this as an experiment to see how this would go. And effectively, they've filed in my favor because I'd gone the extra mile trying to reach out to the customer, reaching out to them several times, asking them had it been delivered, and of course the customer not coming back to me at all. And then, you know, this is kind of the key area, I suppose, in the mail, where they say, based on your account, I can see a history of taking care of your buyers. I'd like to take care of this case for you. And eBay will cover the cost of refunding the buyer, including the original shipping. So I think that's great for eBay. It's a really good practice. I think everybody's happy. The buyers happy because they've been refunded for the things that they claim didn't arrive. I'm happy because I'm not out of pocket of having to refund the customer or resupply. And again, the customer wasn't really responsive anyway. And you know, they're taking into account things like this. They see that I opened my account, and I was staggered by this, 21 years ago. So thank you for your loyalty. We are glad to have members like you on eBay. So I was thrilled when this, and by the way, this is one of two cases, and both were held up in the same way. And the reason there were two cases was simply because the person bought two minifigures. It was the same package, but two cases are driven out of that. And the good thing is that because this was upheld in my favor, it didn't hit any of my top seller ratings or anything. So I was really happy with that. So the moral of the story is basically provide good customer service to your customers, make sure that everything's documented in eBay, and they'll treat you well. So the latest draw to be done is one that contains these slopes, and managed to get 2,200 something parts in that draw, or between that draw and overflow for each of those colors. So that is going to give me approximately 2,259 for about £165. Now just going to add that to my other file, which will give me an upload of 8,800 parts for about £463 in value, though I do need to tweak the prices a bit as well. Now, something else I just wanted to touch base with you, because it is the end of the month. It's the 30th of September, and at the moment it's 5:45 in the evening. So we may get some more orders in for today still. But what I wanted to show you is how we're performing this month against the previous month. So this is a screen from Brick Freedoms, and those of you who use Brick Freedom will be very aware of it, which shows you your current inventory levels on both Bricklink and Brickowl, but it also gives you some sales information. So it gives you total sales income, total number of sales, the average sale, and the sales per day. And you know, this is probably the one area I'm not as transparent as some people would maybe like me to be, but what I am showing you here is that there are some good increases in sales income and increases in number of sales, average sales, and sales per day. So looking in a bit more detail, the number of actual sales has not risen that significantly, 6%, as you can see. But what has happened is the total sales income is up 50%, with the average sale being up 42%. Now, what that means is I'm typically getting higher value orders than I was last month. And the question for me is how much of that is seasonal, because we're now into September, where we start to see the increase in sales going up through the winter months before it dips again in probably March of next year. So how much of this is seasonal, or how much of it is related to the acquisition of the Brick Pickers store and the introduction of a lot more inventory in quantity to the store? And I guess we'll never know. It's probably a little bit of both, in all honesty, but I'm quite happy with that increase in income over last month, and hopefully, as I'm still adding lots to the store, that's going to just keep increasing as we get more and more into the store. Sales per day didn't rise that much, so it's not about the quantity of sales, the number of sales I'm getting per day. It's about the order size and the order value going up significantly. Now, one other factor could be the pound, of course, because in recent days I have got some large orders from the US with American buyers who are finding that the dollar's very strong against the pound, so it means they're getting a lot more for their money and maybe placing bigger orders as well, and some of you may be experiencing that as well. So long may it continue. I just thought I'd share something from my update log. This is for the period of September 2022, and we can see from this that I had a total parts upload of 146,946 parts, and that was across 1,556 lots with a total value of £10,203.33. So that increased my inventory by almost a third, I think, in terms of value. And I won't make too much of the actual graph here, but that does show where we were able to upload a particular amounts of parts, with the high here being 30,943 parts, which I imagine was when I uploaded the black axes, to be quite truthful. Now, what that has done for me in terms of store rankings, if I can call them that, and this is not an indication of which is the best store or whatever, but it is an indication of which is the largest store based on the number of items. And you can look at this by the number of lots, but I'm looking by the number of items in the store, and I am now currently sat at number 19 in the store with 516,375 parts. Now, of course, by the time I've finished uploading, I anticipate being much higher up on the chart here, but of course that presumes that other people aren't adding significant quantities as well, which I'm sure they are. So just an update, just to give you some sense of progress. And as a reminder, when I started this integration of the store, I was at approximately 310,000 items, which was a reasonable amount at one time, but I know that a lot of stores have increased their inventories and so had overtaken me. But anyway, onwards and upwards. We will keep adding. Not going to be adding any more today, I don't think so. This is probably going to be it for the month, and we'll see how we can improve on this next month.